CEO OnePlus has confirmed OnePlus 7T Pro 5G. You see all that, Will?
That's a name.
Give me a run back on that. OnePlus 7T Pro 5G. Kind of feels good actually saying that. It rolls off the tongue.
It's a lot of words.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of words. Well, anyway, it's crazy. We're hot off the release of the OnePlus 7 Pro, which is in my pocket. I'm going to switch to, well, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to switch to, but I'm going to switch today probably. Today or tomorrow.
Palm phone.
Today or Monday, I should say. No, not palm phone. How dare you? But anyway, hot off the release of the OnePlus 7, here we got Pete Lau, CEO of OnePlus, saying, hey, we're not resting. What you think, we're napping? What you think, we're eating popcorn? Nah. They're back to the next. You thought the popcorn was funny?
No, I'm just wondering, like
You ever eat popcorn, Will?
Yes, it's delicious. Caramel?
Do you actually eat popcorn? You just being nice?
Yeah, Chicago mix. Bro,
Look at you. Good man. You're a decent guy, Will.
Yeah, it's great.
What do you got? You want to say something? You're all fired up over there.
No, you know
You're all
the
pent
T
up.
series, is it more popular than the regular ones?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if they've released those figures specifically, but it's, to me, this announcement here, okay, he doesn't go into too much detail other than saying, look, we're committed to 5G. 5G is the future, and we're already planning our very next 5G phone, which is going to be better than our current one. As far as the 7T is concerned, it's pretty much all that he says about it, beyond confirming that it's going to be coming out in the alongside the regular schedule with what they would normally do with their T series devices. T series, see that?
T series.
But for me, the reason I picked this story is because it kind of highlights how crazy fast the smartphone marketplace is moving right now. Like, we're sitting there, we're goofing on it, we're talking about like folding phones, and we're just casually saying, okay, here comes the Mate 30 series and so on. And it's like, here's a company that has a wildly successful device, their most successful device ever, the 7 Pro, and it's barely out there. And here we're talking about the 7T Pro. It's just crazy. And you know, the other part of it is I look at the 7 Pro and I'm like, this phone has pretty much everything to satisfy me.
Yeah.
Like, it's all there. So it's bezel-less display. I hardly use the front-facing camera, not an
It's
issue
like,
to
90
me.
hertz?
90 hertz. You got the fastest OLED going on. It's a great time, this phone. This is a serious thing. I'm like, what are they going to do to improve it for the 7T version? Like, imagine being in those meetings and figure out, what can we add here? Yeah. It's got QHD plus resolution. It's got the in-screen fingerprint display. It's got good battery life. Like, it's really tough to figure it out. I mean, the cameras, maybe they could improve, but on the Android side, it seems like a big part of the camera performance is software-based, because whenever I load the Google camera app from the Pixel series onto these OnePlus devices, it all of a sudden performs better. So it seems more like a software thing, to be honest. Warp charge, unbelievable. Use it all the time. Super fast charging. It's like, it's hard now. And I think this is part of the reason why we continue to talk about the softening sort of fatigue within the smartphone marketplace, is the fact that, a lot of it has to do with this factor right here. It's like, geez, man, how many people really feel compelled to upgrade, particularly when they end up with a device like this, the one that I'm currently, and I'm not suggesting that 7 Pro users are going to go buy a 7T Pro. That's crazy. Obviously, it's probably not going to be that much of an advancement, but it's like it's almost like the pace of development is outpacing demand now. We're getting things delivered so quickly and so fine-tuned that now it's like you can't drum up enough demand for these incremental improvements. Now, obviously, there are certain markets where the smartphone marketplace is less mature. You still got enough users who are going to jump into these new releases, possibly. But eventually, I think that fatigue sets in everywhere, and people have great phones that they hold on to for a longer period of time. But nonetheless, nobody's slowing down, because as the competition goes up, so does the rate at which you have to keep pace.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy pace to it, Will.
What are the chances of them bringing the price down?
No. I don't see it happen. It hasn't happened yet. There's been no release where the price went down so far.
Yeah. That would be a
In fact,
Huge
I
surprise.
feel like OnePlus is really embracing its premium status. I saw them. I don't know if it was Pete or it might have been Carl tweeted out like #1 premium brand in India.
Yeah.
Like I think that if you can become premium, you do. But you're right to a certain extent, Will. You're right to the extent that it's like, can you really give up on the whole budget end, which was the origin story of the brand? They may have to have a 2-product release situation in general where one phone is not enough. And I guess that's what happened with the Pro series because there was a standard OnePlus 7
Yep.
they kept for certain markets that needed it. And I know some people were upset even in the Western markets that didn't get the standard OnePlus 7 because they were like, I don't want to spend on the Pro version.
Yeah.
I want to have that option. So we'll see what they do. Could there be 2 versions of the T series? It's possible. You could see that. And they may have to do that going forward. 2 different options because they gone super premium.